Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Oh, okay, so I'm up today. It is what, 10 minutes to 11 in the morning. And I've been up making peach cobbler and even making an ugly sweater because I have somewhere to go later. My extended family, we can't pick our relatives, but we can pick our family. So it used to be it used to hurt me so much that my family, we just didn't get together for holidays. My mother didn't do that. Narcissists don't do that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't have the capability in their heart to do that. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They don't have it to bring peace and love and bring it all together. They don't have that. Okay. So, I never had that. I don't even know how many Christmases I had as a child. I don't even remember having Christmas trees and gifts. I don't even remember. I could probably count them on my hand. And we wasn't that poor. She said we was poor. We wasn't that poor. It was just the narcissist in her. Um, but so I'm going out later today, and like I said, I used to be upset that my family wasn't this close. My sister. When my sister was alive and the kids were little, we would get together and do little things and stuff like that. But it still wasn't closeness, but we would get together and do little things. Um, I used to buy board games for my sister, for the kids. I used to buy them stuff. My sister had four kids, four or five kids, four kids, four kids. And she would never buy my one child anything. She would never buy my one child anything. Has nothing to do with me. She still never bought my son anything. Never bought him anything for his birthday. Never bought him anything for Christmas. Never bought him anything. He could never say he got a Christmas. He got a gift from his aunt. But I used to take her kids and take them out to restaurants and take them and do things and buy them, like I said, because there was like four of them. So I would buy them like board games, like instead of buying each individual. And after a while, I'm like, she's not buying my son nothing. Why am I going to keep buying her family something? She's not buying my son nothing, not even a toy man. But anyway, explain my sister later. Um, but we was just never close knit like that. So I used to get jealous and stuff. So when we got older, my sister passed. She was 37. I was like 30, 33. Yeah, something like that. So we were still young. The kids were still young. Um, and I was trying to build it afterwards. Like, you know what? Let's get together. But they didn't want. They wanted to stay. The kids, they wanted to stay in Brooklyn because I lived in Maryland. So they didn't want to move to Maryland. They wanted to stay in Brooklyn with their stepfather, my sister's husband, and they didn't want me, you know. And I was a disciplinarian. I have one niece. I don't think my sister ever beat her. She was the homebody. She's the smart one. Call her Chicken. And Chicken was always home. She never went outside. My sister used to say, like, get away, like, go somewhere, because she used to always be under my sister. And I think their birthdays are like a day apart, something like that. But anyway, so my sister was sick, and my mother was taking care of the kids, and I was in Maryland. And my mother called one day, and she said, you know, Chicken, um, she was disrespectful. I told her to say, to stop bothering her little sister. She got real disrespectful with me and stuff like that. I need your help. So I said, okay. So I said, I'll be there next weekend. So I drove from Maryland to Brooklyn that following weekend, and my sister was in the hospital, and we was all at my sister's house, and we had went to see her or something. We came back. We at my sister's house, and I went to, and it was, I think it was August. It was summertime. It was the end of August, around their birthdays, I believe so, because my niece she had just got her hair braided and all these box braids and stuff. This is year 2002. Okay, so I said, okay, chicken, come on, I'm gonna talk to you in a room. Let's still talk. No, I don't want to. Come on, chica. Come on, let's talk. I need to talk to you. No, I ain't going nowhere. Talk to the hand. And this is so unlike them, because their mother's in the hospital. You know what I mean? So I try to have a little grace. But when she was like, talk to the hand and put it, I grabbed her hair and snatched her up, you know, and she swung. She's like four, I think she's 14, 13, 14, and she swung. Boom, she caught me. Boom. I beat her little ass up. I I did. I did. And I think that's the only time she got a beating. You know what I mean? I don't think my sisters ever hit her. And for me to hit her, me and Auntie, I mean, I spoiled them kids rotten. I spoiled them rotten. So I know I probably broke her heart by hitting on her because she wasn't the type to get hit. But you're not going to sit there and be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because they always say what people do to them, but they don't say what they did. Now, when you going to tell your aunt to talk to the hand, and if you don't get the, and you hit me, and now I got to treat you like I don't know you, and I beat her up. You know what I mean? So, till this day, she can't. There's no reason why she doesn't speak to me, and I believe that's the reason why, because I beat her up. You know what I mean? I had to. You know what I mean? Because even after that, my sister had passed away a couple of months after that. She and I were speaking. They came to my house in Maryland. And that's when their father called and said, "Don't take my kids away from me." Y- You know, um, when she graduated high school, she needed prom. Who they call? Auntie, I need money for prom. So I took her prom shopping. You know what I'm saying? So I was a cool auntie. Even after I fought her, after our fight, and I was still, but then, I don't know, maybe she just kept something in her heart. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know I didn't do anything. But so, now there's a thing between me and my second oldest niece that I didn't know about. And she hates me to this day. Got married, had babies, had all this stuff. She don't know our family from the side of, we're not invited to nothing. It's her boyfriend, her husband's family. I guess they adopted her, and I guess I don't know what she told them about us. I don't know, but we wasn't invited to anything of hers. Not my mother, not me, not her cousin. Nobody from my sister's side was invited to anything that I know of. That's what my mother used to tell me. No, TT ain't invited to nothing. TT ain't invited to nothing. You know. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. That ain't have nothing to do with us. I don't know. Um. So yeah, but yeah. So I don't know why I brought that up. It's just random. I guess I'm just randomly telling stories because today, like I said, I'm in here making my pies. Um, and I just thought about, family. I have trillions of cousins in Brooklyn. I grew up with my cousins in Brooklyn. I was the only one living in Queens. All my cousins lived in Brooklyn. I mean, from Marcy Projects, Kingsborough Projects, Pink Houses, LG Projects, Marcus Garvey, Brownsville. And there's probably other projects that I mean, that's just off the top of my head. Like, I grew up going to all these people's, all my cousins' houses. You know what I mean? So I'm Brooklyn. I know Brooklyn. I know my cousins. You know what I mean? But we wasn't raised to hit and fight each other, and we didn't get along. We argued and stuff like that, but we didn't fight each other. Even as adults, we don't get along, but we don't go after each other's with knives and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I have cousins that we didn't speak for 20 years, but within those 20 years, we'll be in the same house because somebody else had a party. So we're all in the same house, drinking, dancing, but respecting each other. So if somebody is one of my cousins is coming and I don't speak to, it's always excuse me. We say excuse me to each other, or can you pass? We politely talk to each other. Can you pass me that? Or we'll just wait. If I don't feel like talk to, I'll just wait till she moves and then I'll get it, or vice versa. My point is, we never had fights, even with liquor in our system, and we're grown, young from 20, 30, 40. We've never had these type of fights. So I'm not understanding why my nieces, first cousins, are at each other's throat. I'm finding out stories that they bring in knives to party and they fighting each other. And how dare one of these told me, "How dare you text me and Pudgy at the same time?" What? And why are y'all fighting like this? Why are you and Pudgy fighting like y'all first cousins? You married to it was so much bullshit. And I didn't know. I didn't know. And I'm like, why would and y'all tell me there's no narcissism, being raised by a narcissist. There is no there's that evil. That evil, that evil, and I'm the one to try to bring peace. Where's your class at? Where's family? You know, family, we don't fight we don't fight each other like we're on the street. Where do y'all get that from? You understand what I'm saying? And my little brother, he so street that he don't know the difference. He's gonna protect his daughters, period. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of saying, okay, let me bring y'all two together and talk. He don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I know it for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because alcoholism make you do some crazy things. Okay? Like my father had passed. My father passed March 2020. Um, so that following year, it was COVID, so that following year for Father's Day and my father's birthday is in June. So I said, okay, I'm gonna have a memorial at my house. My brother's own kids did not want him there. He has a gay son. At that time, this son was coming out being gay. And I was told that he told his son that he's not part of the family and my family would never accept him. So I called him up and said, no, that's not true. Meet me. My name is Aunt Lawrence. I know you know me. And that's not true. How he feels, how he feels. How my mother feels is how my mother feels. I know my mother's against anything gay. But me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You be who you are. Okay? And at the same time, I think he had just started talking to his oldest daughter. And like I said, my brother's an alcoholic. There's trouble always where he's at. Always trouble. Always. So two of his kids did not want him to come. And I didn't really want because he's an alcoholic. So I told him not to come. You know what I'm saying? And my sister didn't want him to come. He was ruled out. You know what I'm saying? My sister didn't want him to come. He was he was ruled out. Okay. So one of his daughters, she disrespected me years ago for no apparent reason. Because of my brother, as a matter of fact. She disrespected me because of my brother. We went to see my father for one Father's Day. I drove them from New Jersey to North Carolina and went to see my father, and he was on the phone. I'm telling you, with one daughter trying to get the other daughter who doesn't speak to him, who don't want to speak to him, but he's on the phone telling one daughter, put her on, put her on. So he's making one daughter father the other daughter, and his oldest daughter. And she's like, stop telling, I don't want to talk to him. Stop it. But the sister, she's going to listen to her father. I don't know. They end up fighting. The two little girls, the two daughters, they're not young. They were in college age then. They just end up fighting at my father's house. So the next, I called my brother and I was like, yo, and I told him what happened and what he did. You did that. You did that. I don't know. My brother must have, I don't know what he told his daughter. Now his daughter not speaking to me. Now I'm all types of bitches and shit. All types of whatever. So she called me a bitch. For what? Because your sister beat you up? I ain't do it. But I'm a bitch because your sister beat you up. I, anyway, so I don't know. So now it's years later, my father passed. I'm willing to forgiving her, but she has to apologize and come to my house. Because I hear my brother told me stories about his own daughter, how things that come out her mother's, how she disrespects her own mother. My brother tells me this. So no, I'm not that. I'm not that. You come in my house, you apologize to me, and we'll be fine. Because you're not gonna come in here and just think your father told me the type of person you are. Now you gonna tell your mother? I'm gonna say it online. Mm, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not having that. If you could tell your own mother to eat your coochie, what you gonna say to me? And I'm just an aunt. And then I know me. So if you say something to me like that, I'm a freaking cold cap you. I'm a cold punch you in your face. And I just started working for the feds. So I'm like, I don't, and I know them. They will call the cops. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just, she's not invited. She can't apologize. She don't know her place. She can't apologize. You're not coming to my house. There's no way in the world you're going to disrespect me and then step in my house. There's no way you're doing that. I don't care. I don't, where they do that at? They don't do that here. So she couldn't come. Then, so his youngest son didn't want to come. And it was a whole mess. So the only people that came was my youngest brother from North Carolina, his kids, his wife, my brother's gay son, and his oldest daughter. Those the two that didn't even want him to come. My son didn't even come. He said he got into a car accident the day before, so he couldn't come. And it ended up being a fight. The oldest daughter getting drunk, talking to her uncle a certain way. And my brother was like, you don't talk to me like that. I'm your uncle. But I had to leave my own house. Because, like I said, I just started working for the feds. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got to protect myself. So if I'm not here, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to save my job, you know? Um, because what happened was while I was out, she calls her father. Her father calls his own little brother and says, "What you doing? I will make them stab you." Like, what? What? Instead of making a peace, you telling your brother that you're going to have your kids stab him? But I'm the crazy one. You see what I'm saying? But I'm the crazy one. And that's why nobody likes me. Where's y'all class at? Where's your family values at? Y'all have none, you know? But we just being raised by a narcissist. This is what happens because this she didn't instill any family values in none of them. I got mine from my dad, from my cousins on the other side. Because me and my sister, we used to fight. We used to fight. Me and my little brother used to fight. She didn't care how we fought. You know what I'm saying? But my father used to tell me, you better not, you better not, you better not. My mother didn't tell me that. My mother did in the street. She said, "Don't start a fight, but if somebody hits you, you be this." That's what my mother used to say. But with my siblings, she never. I remember she never made us close. You know what I mean? So my brothers used to. They all used to disrespecting me and me being the whipping board and me, just taking a shit because that's what that we used to do to each other. Disrespect each other all day. But my father used to tell me, because I'm my father's oldest. Yeah, there's Nettie, but he raised me as his oldest. And I had to act a certain way. So I was being raised to be a matriarch. My youngest brother, Travis, he told me, he said, Dad said that he had to raise you because you was the next in line. So he had to raise you a certain way, Londa. My brother, my Travis, he told me that. It's like, wow. So I didn't know. But I was raised to be the leader of the family. But they don't want to respect it. They don't want to have class about themselves. They don't want to have family values. They don't want to respect each other. Everybody wants to fight each other and kill each other and disrespect each other and be petty with each other. And they say that's okay. But I'm the one, but I'm the crazy one. I'm the one that no one likes. But like I said, my cousins and I, my Brooklyn cousins, you know what I'm saying? The ones that I know, because my mother's cousins on my mother's side, she kept us distance too. She told me that I couldn't. My aunt has two daughters that was raised under a different religion. So when we were younger, we were told we couldn't mess with them because they was raised under a different religion. Tell me I'm lying. Because they was raised in a different religion. It's against Christ. So we couldn't. So anyway, so I don't know my cousins, my siblings, and that's a whole other story too. Because I'm sorry, my first cousins on my mother's side, not my siblings. My first cousins on my mother's side. And my mother has other sisters that I don't know. My first cousins. That's what narcissists do. Is by design to keep us all separated, right? But anyway, so the cousins from my father's side, though, is crazy as they are. Crazy as they are. They don't fight each other. We don't put our hands on each other. We don't go after each other with knives. We don't threaten each other, say, I'm going to kill you. We don't do that. And like I said, I haven't spoken to some of my cousins 15, 20 years. But if we're in the same room within those 15, 20 years, we're in the same house, it's none of this craziness going on. And then I'll leave and don't speak to them for another 15, 20 years. But our kids but we don't get in the way of our kids still being cousins. We don't get in the way with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell my son, don't be cousins, don't be nice to them. No, because what me and my older cousins do has nothing to do with the kids. And one of my cousins, she told me last summer we hadn't spoken in, like, I swear, 20 years. Like I said, we've seen each other certain occasions, and it was never a fight. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We won't speak, but still drinking and having a good time around each other. But last year, she said, "Yeah, cousin." Your son used to talk some stuff, but every time he would talk, I'm like, you ain't talking about my cousin. Even though she and I didn't speak, she said she would allow my son to badmouth me. How true or not it is, that's what she told me. So, and I believe her. Why else? Why would she say something else? Because that's how we were raised. We don't, what I'm saying? Oh, because you and I, I mean, I gotta take. Me and my sister used to do that. Me and my sister didn't speak, but I would still send my son over to her house to play with. So I don't get where I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's the narcissism, and I'm always the odd one out. Don't mess with me. I'm the crazy one. I got demons around me. I got this. I'm not that. But I'm the one trying to keep the family together. You know, I'm the one they need some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, this is a long video. This is 25, 26 minutes. Wow. But that's a whole nother thing because Merry Christmas, y'all guys. I know y'all saying I'm crazy for doing this on Christmas, but I tell y'all, come next week, 2024, all this is off my shoulders. I don't give a. And that's one thing they don't like about me because I don't give a. I'm my father's child. I don't give a about none of it. So yeah, come 2024, it's a whole new. I'm not Aunt Londa. I'm not the pushover anymore. Romy, straight all day, every day. So more stories to come with my crazy family as a narcissist, as the matriarch. And she knows all this is going on. I've come to find out she knows a lot of the stories. And instead of mending it, she'll say, just stay away from them. Just stay away from them. Don't mess with them. That's what she always say. Just don't mess with them. She keeps us apart instead of mending it. And I forgot. She's the Reverend Doctor. You are Reverend Doctor. And you can't, and the matriarch. So there's some mental issues. It's mental issues and it's spread. And I swear the grandchildren have it. My little brother doesn't have it. Yomo doesn't have it. I don't think my sister had it. I think they just had their own issues. And we all being raised by a narcissist. Well, my oldest brother, mother has 4 kids. My oldest brother is the warlock. I swear. I hate to say it. And my mother's the witch. That's how I say it. Those two are the narcissists. But Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Um, yeah. 'Cause see, it don't even hurt me anymore. I'm so over it. I'm just telling my story to release it so other people, because I know there are other people raised by by narcissists and have similar stories. And I swear narcissism is hereditary. I swear it is. Because where did the grandkids learn this from? My mother, she taught them this? Did she really teach them this? If she did, shame on you. Shame on you, yay. Anyway, all right. Merry Christmas. I gotta go. I smell my pies. Merry Christmas. Till next story. Because I'm telling it all. I really am.